In today's video, we're going to look at some stocks that are about to go insane tomorrow and why y'all should keep them on your watch list. We're also going to look at the overall market to get you prepared as always. Alright, y'all, let's dive right into the charts right off the bat. So the markets had a massive sell-off today. I gave you guys maybe 5 or 6 different reasons why I was leaning extremely bearish on the markets. This right here does not surprise me at all. It turns out the only thing that was a bit different was the report that came out with the SPY itself. Apparently, let's look at the report itself. So apparently what was put out was 3.1% versus 2.9%. I thought it was going to be 3.7, kind of like that way we can see an uptrend throughout the past 3 months, which I thought would be similar to these 3 months, but instead it came out a little lower than December. Either way, the reaction is what was most important. The reaction, the negative reaction, is what I was expecting, and that is what we got. Right now, what is going to happen with the overall markets? Things are not looking that great. They're not. There is a lot of room down, all the way to, let's see here, $17,130 for the NASDAQ. I think it's going to get there. I don't know exactly how fast it's going to drop. All right. And also keep in mind that because we had a huge move today, tomorrow might be a lackluster day where we see a small candle or a doji where nothing too crazy happens with the indices. All right, I could be wrong. It could either be that, or we could accelerate down even more and close the day below 17,500, and then we continue selling off again on Thursday and on Friday, right? So it really depends. The speed is still not very clear to me, but I'm bearish still. All right, now let's look at the VIX. I give you guys a warning also to keep an alert at $14.67. Again, if you are new to the channel and you have missed all of the details that I gave y'all, I'm gonna pin the video at the top right corner. That way you can click on it and go check it out. So this one, huge move on the VIX. It broke right above 14.7 and it pretty much took off in the afternoon. It took off a lot higher compared to the amount that the SPY sold off during that time. It pretty much reclaims the open. Let's look at the SPY. So we drop off first, and then we drop off first, then we do a dead cat bounce, and then we drop a little bit more towards 490. All right, the VIX was more over exaggerated, but either way, this is the first candle that closed above that red band. So I expect more fear and more panic to kick in to the SPY and QQQ. Now, the first stock to keep on watch for tomorrow. That stock, this one is for the bulls. All right, and that stock is WM. And the reason why I want to share waste management with y'all is because it had earnings. There is a huge flag on the daily charts. It had earnings. It crushed earnings. I have an alert way up here at 208 because at the time that I saw the bull flag, that's the first thought in my mind. The first price target that I had was 208. So I'm gonna leave it there and watch this one for a move higher tomorrow. The volume is decent. And today, the way it closed as an ascending triangle on the charts. Right there. And it broke out during the last, 5 minutes. So, watch this one for a move up to 204 at least. I don't know if it's going to super exceed expectations and move straight up here. Again, the candles get a lot bigger, especially after earnings reports. That's when volatility kicks into these stocks that don't really move much. They move a lot after earnings. So keep this one on your watch list. It shouldn't drop below 197. If it does, then this structure is nullified. What we're looking for, is for an opening at like 200 and then the push during the first 5 minutes. All right, that's what you should be looking out for. Now, the next stock that y'all should be keeping in your watch list, I shared it before with you guys a long time ago, and we made some money on it, all of us together. And that stock was DWAC. All right, and with DWAC, I shared it with you on this day right here, right after the big parabolic move. And we all made money from $38 all the way down to 32. And since then, it didn't immediately fall down to 25. It just kept wasting a whole lot of time here. Just wasting time. And I know some of you have been putting in the comment section, what's going on with DAC? Why is it not DWAC? Why is it not fading for weeks like I've said it would? All right. And this is just another way that a bubble can collapse. This is the long way. All right. The short way is this, and then we fade. All right. This is the short way, which all of the short sellers like. And then the long way is pretty much this thing right here, where it bounces a little bit and then gives out. The volume is actually increasing. Today's volume is 1.7. Yesterday's volume is 1.3. Tomorrow's volume could potentially be much higher. The stock is looking really lumpy, and we're gonna go. I'm gonna teach y'all something. So for those of you who are beginners, when you look at the combination of these three candles right here, all right, 1, 2, and 3. This is called 3 black crows, and we're going to go on Google and look up 3 black crows pattern, and then image, and yeah, there you go. This is right here. Y'all see it. This right here is what I mean. We have the little bounce, which is similar to DAC, followed by a drop. All right, here's another example right here. After a bounce, then the candles start to get smaller, and then we start slowly falling down. And the dojis progressively gain a larger body as it falls, meaning the body of this candle, let me erase that. The body of this candle right here is smaller than the body of this one. Like the body doubles. It gets double the size of the previous one, and this one also double the size of the previous one, right? So that's how you identify a 3 black crow pattern. And usually the outcome is what I've just shown you on Google, all right? A nasty sell-off. And the price target that I have for it is still the same, right? It's a matter of how fast is it gonna drop down to $20. The price target for tomorrow is 35, unless it chooses to surprise us and dump even further. So keep DWAC on your watch list for tomorrow. Now, quick updates. Yesterday, I shared with you guys 2 stocks. The first one being AMD. And I would say congratulations to anybody who made money on AMD. But unfortunately, the stock just dropped all the way down there. All right. It immediately just tanked. It didn't give you guys a chance to make money on the drop. I did post it in the Discord right here. Again, bearish pin on AMD. And the other semiconductor that also had a structure on there was TSM with the price target of 126. All right. And they both opened up in that green circle right here. And we're going to look at TSM also. All right. So right out the gates, this thing was already at the price target. And the place to actually get out was right at the open. Right. So I would say be patient with these 2 stocks. Going back to AMD, this one I'm still leaning bearish on it. it's just playing some games. All right, tomorrow we might see this thing actually drop back down here to 167. And then if I'm right about the overall market about Thursday and Friday, we could see it roll over and break below this level of support at 65 and maybe even go lower. All right, but for this one, look for intraday opportunities for potential entries. Look for bearish structures specifically. All right, now the other stock that I've shared with y'all was Shopify. And Shopify, it didn't turn out to be an IV crush. I said it could either be an IV crush or a bearish move that looks like this. All right, and it chose the bearish move, and obviously the negative reaction to the CPI report kind of accelerated the situation right here, and it closed really, really low. And usually after earnings, after a stock report, after stock shows this kind of reaction through earnings, there is a sell-off that may last a couple of days. All right, it might play games at first, but eventually $70 could be right around the corner. So just keep that in mind for Shopify. That's my honest thoughts on all of these stocks. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button as always. Again, I make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Central Time. All right, so definitely click on that subscribe button and click on the notification bell. That way YouTube notifies you whenever I release these videos. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul Nguma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.